John Paul is a longtime friend from Bishop Herman College, and right after school, we've kept close contacts and a very close friendship at that. One of the target points that I was hitting was that, you know, a lot of people place a lot of emphasis on the United States, on Canada, and they may not have an idea of what people go through. So I was very exact on how to relay certain information to my friend. So I was very sure not to over-exaggerate certain things in the US. You know, of course, a lot of people think that the United States is heaven. It's not heaven. You know, a lot of people have their own reservations, how they want to describe the US and what have you. Me personally, I say it's a land of opportunities, regardless of your race, gender, ethnicity, or whatever. The United States is a land of opportunities. So I advised him that, well, it's a good opportunity, but I'm just wanting to let you know that it's not going to be an easy process. It's not going to be a walk in the park. So it's going to be tough. He's here. He's saying a few things for himself. I personally want to ask him about his first impression, because I bet you when I first got here, you know, the mindset or the impression that we have about the United States, the Hollywood impression, right? I want to ask him about his first impression when he got here, because I know there's a lot of things that he wasn't so pleased about. But I want to hear from the horse's own mouth. I want to hear from, you know, John Paul himself. So if he can tell us about his first impression when I picked him up at the airport, what was your experience like? I mean, I know you've traveled before, you know, you've been to Sweden a couple of times, so this shouldn't be something new to you, but this is the United States we are talking about. Yeah. So how people glamorize the United States, how people speak so well of the United States. I just want to hear from the horse's own mouth. What was your first impression when I picked you up at the airport?
Right. Thank you very much, Senor. Yeah, actually, I was having that Europe mentality coming here, and we've also forgotten that we may have different time zones and different states with diverse climatic changes.
Yes.
The first thing that welcomed me to Texas, I would say, was the heat. Because actually I've been in Ghana all my life, and we experience, you people call it Fahrenheit and we may call it degrees Celsius. Maybe sometimes if it goes too high, maybe to about 35, 36, 37. But I was welcome with about 40, 42 degrees Celsius. I said, wow, am I in Sahara Desert, or where am I in?
So Texas is very hot.
Extremely hot.
In the summer. So for people who say that, oh, Africa is hot, Ghana is hot, it's a joke. When you come to Texas in the summer, it's extremely hot.
I tell you.
This is no joke.
I tell you.
This is no joke. It is extremely hot in Texas. And I was telling my friend that, look, if you're driving and you don't have AC in your car, you cannot.
Because actually your Camry, the dashboard of your Camry car was actually melting.
Yes.
Yeah, you could see the sticky nature of the dashboard because of the excess heat, and the heat waves that hit you if you move from maybe an AC environment to the outside, the heat is so much, and you ask yourself if you're on a different planet. I jokingly said that those in Texas, Arizona, and maybe the West Coast, many of them don't have to land up in hell because they've already experienced hell during summer, and it's so fascinating to think that, oh, Charlie, going to the US and you are going to be in the snow and the rest. Or
no, not at all.
But if you dress coming to Texas and this area in cold,
especially in the summertime.
In the summer,
you're going to be very surprised.
Yeah,
you're going to be very surprised.
So that was the first thing that hit me, that I've always, until now, I'm still complaining about. But aside that, I see other things as well organized, well planned. It's not perfect. You still see construction going on, but even that, you see that wherever the construction is going on, the place is cordoned off, and the emergency bus or ambulance is around to make sure that things are going on perfectly. You may see one or two deaths around the road, but there are people who constantly come to pick those things up. And driving in the US or Texas, I tried my first drive maybe when on Sunday. Yeah,
I remember
you marked me 60%. Well, I thought I was a Formula One driver in Ghana, but for here you have to actually respect the speed limit. And I remember you always telling me, slow down. Yes. You were so scared that I could hit someone, and you must always give a space about some feet away from the next car, so that you don't road rage, and because people may be having guns, and I'm still learning the process.
So this is my advice to people: don't road rage. You know, don't overhonk at people.
Yeah.
When it's not necessary, just don't do it. You know, a lot of people are driving very frustrated. They have, you know, issues at home and whatnot. So just don't compound to people's problems. So when you are driving, just be very courteous and just maintain your driving distance, maintain your speed limit. Don't draw the attention of the police officers. That's just all I have to say. Nana.
I'm sure Nana wants to feature.
Nana wants to feature in the video.
It's
so
interesting, and believe me, like this place, the humidity is just like maybe the northern part of Ghana.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so dry. You could feel the haziness in the air, and the grasses are all bent. If maybe we could turn around for you to see. Okay, when we get closer, we could turn around for people to see the dry nature of the grass. That should tell you. And if you walk around, you can see that some of the land have parted ways with each other. It's cracking.
Yes, because of the intensity of the heat. The Texas soil is not able to contain it.
Yeah.
And you know, expansion and all that, the soil parts away from each other. So you can see cracks in the soil.
Yeah.
And that leads to a lot of foundation problems.
Yeah, especially.
You know, it causes a lot of foundation problems. So I say the best thing to do to avoid such issues is to make sure that your sprinklers are on every day. At least 2 to 3 minutes a day, it's okay. You know, so
I'm anticipating the winter to see if it will be more friendly, because
winter is going to be friendly. For the summer, us, we don't run in the negatives.
All right.
For us in Dallas, Texas, we don't run in the negatives. On rare occasions, we may hit like the 20s and maybe 20s. We don't even. I don't think we get into 10s or the negatives.
If you say the 20s, then we would have to put it in the perspective of the degrees Celsius for people to
understand.
Understand that we are saying Fahrenheit.
So we are using Fahrenheit,
and
in Ghana they use degrees Celsius. So so I personally just wanted to ask you about your first impression. You know, for me, honestly, when I first got to Dallas, the airport was so well organized, very beautiful. Terminal D, perfect, very nice. I was like, yes, this is America.
I'm sure you left when Ghana was having only Terminal 1.
Oh yes,
and at least
and when we left the airport and we were getting close to the house, I'd be like, is this the America everyone talks about? But
so ordinary things.
Everything
ordinary buildings.
Yes.
You don't see the skyscrapers and
not really, unless you go to downtown. You know, that's where you see a lot of the skyscrapers and all that. So.
And one other thing is, you know, the accent. So sometimes people may tell you someone is speaking and you are faking. But the fact is, you need to speak like them for them to understand. Otherwise, they'll be drawing their ears so close to you. They are not understanding what. So you would have to try as much as possible to speak. And I've started learning some of the terms.
Definitely.
I don't want to use it right now.
A lot of people don't understand. They think that when you come to Ghana, they think that you've been too known or whatever the case. No, I actually worked at a call center, and each time I receive a call, they'll be like, I can't understand you. What are you saying and all that? You have to make a conscious effort to pronounce the words as, you know, you have to sound like them for them to understand what you are saying. They have to understand you. And over time, you get used to it.
So you have to continue your conversation in the American accent.
Me, I say I don't really have an accent. When I meet my friends from Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Botswana, wherever, I try to speak normal.
Like a Ghanaian.
Yes. However, if you meet me and my African American friends, or if you meet me at work, that is where you realize that, oh, you know, I switch up a little bit. So it is not that we want to by force speak the American slang. It's just the lingua franca here. So you have to get used to it. It's just as simple as that. And over time, it becomes second nature to you. So first impression, the heat, and what? How well organized the place is.
The
roads.
Yeah, you can.
We are not driving bumper to bumper.
No.
You know.
And everywhere is so labeled. You know where to exit. And
once you can read, that's all you need.
The exit tells you even way ahead that you are exiting through this angle. So all you have to do is move to either the inner lane or the outer lane.
It's
and
as
about
simple as that.
1 mile or 500 meters from the exit point, you just quickly move to the exit point, and it makes driving very easy. You can
easy, man.
You can never get lost.
Very easy, and things are very easy, I should say. You know, so and for me, driving the highway is even more easier because man, you have the I mean, how many lanes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lanes. But 5 lanes to yourself. So
minimum maybe 3 lanes.
Yes.
In the maybe
4 lanes.
Residential areas.
Yeah. Or 2 lanes.
Yeah. Sometimes.
First impression in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, I would say.
First impression in Dallas, Texas.
Maybe during summer, I would have to run to maybe New York
and experience real, you know, cold.
Run to New York during summer, and when it's winter,
Michigan, New York, Illinois.
Yeah, I'll come back.
Yes.
I'll come back here during the winter.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, but I would also say that if you don't actually have someone who can help your assimilation, it gets very difficult. I know I have a colleague who told me he had to sleep on the bare floor carpet because they were not accepting cash when he was going to buy mattress for his apartment, and almost everything you do, they ask for your social. You have social security, they have social security.
That's very important.
Yeah, that's how they call it. I would say in Ghana, I would say security. Yeah,
social security.
But yeah, they'll ask, do you have social security? Yeah. It's fun, it's fine, enjoying the moments.
We promise to keep the videos coming. Just subscribe to John Paul's channel. You know, help him grow, and let us all network. That is the most important word here. Let us learn to network, because your network is your net worth.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you in the next video.
Sure.